One axis that I am struck by is sort of the centralization versus decentralization axis. And so I think, Reid, you just represented the centralization thing, where everything happens in one place, and then it has to sort of get curated in just the right way, so that you have a good debate, but within the proper limits, within the right proper limits, and that's the sort of question that happens in a massively centralized context. In a more decentralized context, that would perhaps not happen in quite the same way. So, for example, two of the areas of tech that people are very excited about in Silicon Valley today are crypto on the one hand and AI on the other. And even though I think these things are underdetermined, I do think these two map, in a way, politically very tightly on this centralization, decentralization thing. Crypto's decentralizing, AI is centralizing. Or if you want to frame it, more ideologically, you could say that crypto is libertarian and AI is communist. And of course, we always hear only the first half because we're biased to the left. But AI is communist in the sense that it's about big data, it's about big governments controlling all the data, knowing more about you than you know about yourself. So a bureaucrat in Moscow could, in fact, set the prices of potatoes in Leningrad and hold, the whole system together. And if you look at the, Chinese Communist Party, it loves AI and hates crypto, so it actually fits pretty closely on that level. And I think that's a purely technological version of this debate. And I do think so. I think there probably are ways that AI could be libertarian, and there are ways that crypto could be communist. But I think that's harder to do.
If all the cryptocurrencies are mined in China and Russia, that might.
I think that they're trying to stop even that at this point.
Can I follow up on the implications of that? Because I guess in Reid's world of not necessarily AI, but some authority authenticating or validating what is good news as
multiple
opposed to fake
authorities,
news. But there are authorities that will give the seal of good housekeeping approval for some sources. Whereas in your more libertarian model, presumably through some blockchain decentralized architecture, we'll be able to differentiate the fake from the true.
Well, it's always in a centralized world, the question emerges. In a decentralized one, it doesn't emerge as well. So of course, the larger platform companies have a challenge along the lines that Reid describes, and I would describe it as a two-front war that they have to fight. They have to fight on the one hand, against hate speech, fake news, that whole ensemble of things, and then they have to also fight against the people who want to limit speech, overly narrow speech, in the name of fighting fake news. And because it's a two-front war, it's much more complicated than just fighting on one front.